Hey everyone, Brandon here. Just to say, a lot of you aren't subscribed, so if you like the show, go ahead and subscribe. And if you hate the show, also go ahead and subscribe, because trust me, you're going to want to be around for our downfall. When our names are in the news for January 6, 2025, and we become the reason they passed the 28th Amendment abolishing podcasting, you'll be able to tell your friends you knew us when. So click that subscribe button. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the show.
One blows. Hey, what's going on? Oh, wait. You're not.
Sorry, guys. We're all friends here, right? We're all part
Damn,
of the main.
I guess y'all are still in regular clothes. Just tell me when the cool stuff's coming out.
He thought they'd all be like, I'm doing like lingerie modeling. They're just like wearing those like weird, like
wearing
crazy.
Snuggies.
Yes.
Damn, this is runway fashion. Fuck. Thought this was Victoria's
They're wearing like
Secrets.
spikes and like pumpkin and like hanging meat slices, trying to do all that like crazy weird fashion. And he's like, damn, where are the titties?
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's modeling. There are no titties. Let me go in the future when there's way too many titties.
They're all just like flat-chested women from Hoboken, and like their boyfriends all work for like Deloitte and like Ernst and Young. And
Dude, but those outfits are so cool. They look like they're an action figure. Like they come with
Yeah.
accessories.
yeah, like they like have like detachable arms that you can replace like with rocket cannons.
Yeah, fucking Lady Gaga just shows up everywhere with a lightsaber all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, I think like Lady Gaga is like a mech. You can like probably like climb into her and then just like you fly with her, like use her to combat like space aliens.
Fight Godzilla.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Lady Gaga versus Godzilla, like that's coming out I think in like 2027. They're working on that.
You know a lot about True Jackson VP for as late in the game it came out. That's 2008, man.
I mean, I had little sisters, but also like I don't
You had
know,
a little brother, too.
I had a little brother. I was watching Nickelodeon.
Also, you also had a little crush.
Yeah, I mean, also Keke Palmer is Keke Palmer, so you know.
All right.
But
I mean, I meant on the fashion, not.
oh yeah, well that's my favorite part was the fashion. I was like that guy. I was like, man, when are they gonna get naked? When are they gonna change their clothes? That's what I was waiting for.
Every episode you go to Google, you just type in nude and see. You never know behind the scenes.
Well, do you remember those two where it was like you would like go on like Pornhub or something, and there'd be like
Dressing room.
no, not even the dressing room, but there'd be like little like ads for like different porn, and it always would just be like guy who like posted like Selena Gomez's like teenage face on like Mia Malkova's body.
I was like, this is art.
And they were always so happy about being naked in the pussy spread.
absolutely. They loved getting their pussy stuffed.
Dude, they're actresses, man. They're
Yeah.
narcissists. They just love people looking at them. That's
Yeah.
why they're so happy.
Oh, of course.
Remember
Yeah,
when
that's
Miley
what's
Cyrus
going on.
was in Playboy at like 15?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was just because obviously there was nothing.
There was so many people like,
Sexual.
this is for the article.
But to be fair though, like I remember the image was kind of her like
It was just her back.
yeah, it was back, but she was like topless with a bare back, and it's like this is still on the edge, guys.
Sure,
like
yeah.
you're playing with fire here.
Definitely. Dude, Playboy was on its last leg at the time. They're
really anything.
for views.
Anything.
They had to fully go into hardcore porn. They was like, it's over, man.
hardcore child pornography. Wow, we've done everything else. If
then
they're
you gotta
closing
go
the door, they're
hardcore-
closing the door.
Hardcore celebrity channel.
Guys, we gotta take some risks. We
That's
gotta
where
be real artists.
That's what happened to the other sister in fucking Family Matters. That's what
Oh,
happened to her.
Damn, yeah.
People remember Laura. They don't remember that one. They had another one.
No, I remember her. Family Matters is not my favorite credit of hers though.
Yeah, it's the Playboy video we're talking about.
Didn't she do hardcore pornography?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I know it wasn't in Playboy,
But yeah, I'm like trying
Yeah.
to because like Playboy was always like we're gonna show you titties, but in a classy way.
No, but on the Playboy channel, they had hardcore.
Penthouse really ruined it. Penthouse is just
Yeah.
like, we'll show you people being peed on.
Oh yeah.
No, it was not Penthouse. Hustler.
Hustler,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so
Penthouse was the middle of those two.
But I think it was still a step above, further going than Playboy would go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the middle of. It's between like Playboy was classy, Hustler was smut, and then Penthouse is the middle.
So my parents used to get like illegal like Arab cable when I was like young, and it had
You
like
see
all
women's knuckles.
yeah. Well, no. So here's what happened though, right? It was all like super like halal like Arab shows, and like they were all like illegally like being broadcasted, but for some reason the Penthouse channel was also included. And so, like, I would just, like, wake up at, like, 2 a.m. when everybody's asleep and just, like, watch group orgies at, like, night. And then, like, for some reason, though, like, my mentally disabled aunt was always, like, awake at that time. So she would just, like, sit and, like, watch it with me.
What was the content?
Wait, you were jagging off with your aunt in the room?
I was not jacking off. That was before I could jack off. I would just watch for content's sake.
Well, you said you got
Imgur.
illegal cable. Was
Yeah.
it like you got multiple channels, or was it a channel that was whatever came on the channel?
No, so it was like multiple channels, and then like it also like got randomly like HBO and like Cinemax, and then just like also included like I think like Hustlers or like a Spice channel or something too. So
Because
like,
we had a legal box too, but it was one channel,
Okay.
whatever the fuck came on. Sometimes it was wrestling, sometimes it was naked news. Like,
all right, kids, come on, we got the pizza and the popcorn. Let's all sit down for family movie night.
yeah, that was. You know how exciting it was, like when you're like flipping channels and you like you don't know what's coming
Oh,
on the naughty, possibly naughty channel. That was the wave.
I would just look. What I would do is go on. You remember Mr. Skin?
Not until Knocked Up came out.
Wow.
Never heard of it before that.
No, I knew it before Knocked Up, but I remember I would just look up what movies had nudity and then wait because I always kind of had HBO, so I would just wait for them to. I would just wait for
We
them
got
to come.
money.
I would just wait for them to air on HBO and just sit idly by.
Jacking off to HBO is such an expensive way to jack off.
Everyone know it's Skinamax anyway.
Yeah.
They had the porn. They had
Yeah.
the.
Which is owned by HBO.
Okay, but that's not HBO though. It's Cinemax.
HBO had all the the porn documentaries,
Yeah, I've seen Real Sex, like, and that's the gross way to jack off too.
Yeah.
but they also
HBO
just had
Had the worst ones.
They also just had Katie Morgan telling you about like ancient dildos.
Yeah, that's how I know like the real size of the average penis, not
Yeah.
what these girls tell you it is.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
That's church right there.
Testify.
I wonder how she's doing.
Katie Morgan.
Yeah, she had like a frog tattoo on her titty or something.
You think that held her back?
It didn't help.
People think that she's Pepe now.
Man.
She's cute.
I think I did see her at January 6th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's she doing?
She was queefing in AOC's office.
That's how
She just has so many years of air stored in there.
That's how she writes her signature, with the moisture of her queefs.
I could just like a sequel to Oppenheimer about just like girls just having the biggest queef of all time that shook the world.
Okay, flesh that out a little bit.
Boppenheimer.
Boppenheimer.
There it is.
Boppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Just so much gas in your pussy that you have to go to Asia about. You have to go to Japan.
Sloppenheimer.
Yeah. And then you're like, I'm going to go star in Japanese pornography. And they're like, oh, you are very white. We like that. Come, show me your pussy. And she's like, yes, of course. That is what I'm here to do. And then as she's about to get bukakied by a bunch of men, she opens her pussy. And she's also happens to be in the city of Nagasaki while she does this too.
Oh, okay.
That was one of her stipulations in her contract, is that she goes to Nagasaki to shoot this pornography video. And then just like, whoosh. And then like,
Oh, this is a suicide mission.
yeah.
Oh, this is
she
during-
knew what she was getting into.
So wait, this happens.
She was there for her country.
So the bombs were called Fat Man and Little Boy. What is she called?
Fat pussy and
I was a
Little
tight pussy.
oh, tight pussy,
Tight Pussy and Little Clit.
and little clit. Yeah.
Is that a flex? Little clit?
I think. How about this? They're called 2 in the pink and then 1 in the stink.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, I like that. That was good.
The Shocker.
Does anyone
Yeah, she
do
shot
that?
him.
Does anyone really do that? That doesn't seem pleasurable to anybody. It's got carpal tunnel written all over it.
It's like, do girls honestly? Do they? Have y'all had like any experience like with girls
With
who
girls?
actually
No,
like?
no.
All right. Well, then with men, it's hard because all men like it in the butt if they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
That's not true.
You don't think so?
I heard.
You've heard. Yeah. You're like, I'm gay and I like.
I've
sex,
took a survey.
But
I thought you was gonna say.
I took a survey with my penis.
I thought you was gonna say straight guys like it in the butt.
Yeah. I mean, some do.
No, but that's why there's tops and bottoms. Like the tops
That's
don't want it in the
true.
ass,
That's
and then
true.
there's the ones that just suck each other off.
Yeah. Seems respectable.
It just seems like too much work, man. You gotta like
Yeah.
talk more.
Yeah.
I watched a TV show about a gay couple that broke up, and it stars Neil Patrick Harris, and now he's got he was with this guy for like almost 20 years, and now he's got a date, and one of the scenes was just him having to hook up with this guy, and the guy wanted to top, which he's like, Neil Patrick
And the
Harris.
impression's like, no, that's fucking gay. I'm not doing that.
Well, he's reversible, but the guy's
Okay.
dick's too big, so he's like, yeah, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't see a season 2 in the horizon. It's a little much. America's not ready for talk about big dicks, especially in men's asses.
No.
Especially not doctor men either. That's why he should have gotten his head. Like, I'm a doctor. I can see like the circumference of this and I'm gonna work with the circumference of that.
It's funny you should say that because he was a doctor, and he said, I have this shot that I can give
Put in
your
my ass.
Yeah, I can give your asshole, and it'll allow your asshole to loosen up a little bit. And then Neil Patrick Harris, does that mean I'm just going to walk around with a loose ass for several hours?
That's when you get the laugh track in the background. This
No.
gay rape scene has been.
It's a multi.
And then they do the, and then he's like, yes, and then they do the, aww.
this
It's
gay
a
rape scene has
single
been shot
camera
from
show.
in front of a live studio audience. That was a single cam shot.
Yeah, it's a single cam show.
Oh, that means they had to take several takes of that though, because you have to get all the
Yeah.
angles.
Yeah.
See, 3-camera shoot, that's one and done. You can get the fuck out of there and go home.
oh,
and have
So
some
did you
real home
watch
gay
that because
sex.
it was on Mr. Skin and they told you? Is that why you were on there?
No, just in my Netflix recommended.
Oh yeah.
Every day since I bought Netflix.
He's just at home. He's Mr. Grin. Like, hell yeah, this is good shit.
Mr. Take It on the Chin.
Hey.
You gotta be a stern man to just sit there and just get it, some nut right in the chin. That's a military man right there.
Well, you got to be Jay Leno to actually catch it, though.
Man, this guy cut my house.
Hey, come on my face, man. Why are you doing that?
I told him I can't come on my face, and I get my chin. The bottom chin is not really part of my face.
I thought I'd do bukkake, but I understand.
I know you're a gigolo, but I'm not spending a dime on this. I'm from my Tonight Show money.
Damn. That would have been a good bet if we were better comics.
That's what
We
happens
try.
when you're out of practice.
Yeah.
True.
That's all this is.
Should I start doing open mics again?
Yeah, but you probably should if you want to do
Fuck.
comedy.
Did any of you guys watch the debate?
No.
I was watching the mugshot and
Oh yeah, that was good.
the tracking of that.
I couldn't get into the debate. I tried to watch a few clips, but it's just like when the headliner's not coming, I didn't know what the point. This is basically just a stage full of a bunch of DL Hughleys. I didn't know what to.
Damn.
Then there's no Bernie.
So they
There's no Cedric.
So there's like no, like he's not a headliner.
Well, in comparison to the other three.
No
is what I'm
Bernie
trying to say.
Sanders on the King's Comedy Tour.
I said Bernie Mac. What?
No, you said Bernie, and I just thought Bernie
Oh,
Sanders.
okay.
So that's another one that could have been good if we were
I
better.
ain't scared of you, motherfuckers. I like sex. I love it. I put it in a can.
My 3-year-old nephew, and you know he gay. He always be coming downstairs. I want some milk and cookies.
Just imagine Bernie Mac Sanders just in the big old fucking like Bernie Mac pants too.
This is a moment where like I wish I could do the Bernie voice, and I wish y'all knew more Bernie Mac jokes. So we're like in a hybrid here of like this could be better.
Oh, kick it!
Y'all don't understand.
Y'all don't understand. I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers. It's just saying that to Trump. He might have won if he did it to Trump. That would have been pretty badass. I had a pretty black experience myself this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got diagnosed with diabetes.
Yeah, I got the gout. No, not really. Not yet. I went to a new like vegan restaurant, but it was like a black vegan restaurant. Well, it's like no. Here's the thing, though, right? It's like, did y'all know that like pretty much like half of all vegan restaurants are owned by black people, right? Like black people, like probably like
Malcolm left the room.
some of like the biggest like vegan advocates that like I have ever seen. Because like there's like
women.
No, so here's the thing. It's like there's two types of like vegans. There's like
I know he's gonna say two other black people. Like,
there's black people and there's vegans. But no,
You know, every time one of these vegetarian black people get around, some carnivore black person come around.
But there's always like two types of vegans. There's like obviously the ones who like like wear sandals and like have like the big glasses. They wear like Hawaiian shirts and have a mohawk, and these are women I'm talking about, obviously. And then there's like the Hotep black guy who is like, we need to eat sustenance from Mother Gaia, and Mother Gaia is just like the biggest booty, dark-skinned black woman you've ever seen in your entire life that has just like big, swinging, succulent titties that that like life nectar is in, and you need to suckle off of. Like that's like black vegans. Like that's what they are.
Because I think Mother Nature is a person they can jerk off to.
Exactly. They want to fuck Mother Nature and get life from her titties. But man, like black vegans, like they love to support like any like black vegan business. And so there's this guy though, like I was like hanging out kind of like at the entrance of like this restaurant just chilling, and then this guy was like walking out, and he walked out in front of like these like two like young, it's like an older guy, probably like I don't know, like 50s or something, big like tall like bald head black guy. So walking out in front of like two like 20-something-year-old girls, and he like said something to them, and then like he walked out, and the girls just like looked back at me like did you hear what this fucking guy said? And I was like, no, what did he say? And he said, he's like, man, I gotta stay away from y'all. Y'all are light skinned. Y'all probably cause trouble. Y'all are some heartbreakers. And then he was holding a baby while he said that.
You think people that hold babies can't say salacious stuff like that?
Yeah.
I just don't. It's funny to me the idea of like, yeah, if I'm holding a baby, I can just like go say whatever I want to women. Like I think that should be an experiment.
I don't know. I guess that's just normal to me because I grew up in barbershops. Like that's just like regular.
People are just
talk.
Always like holding babies and
cutting your hair.
No, it has nothing to do with babies. It's just like that's how just older men talk.
Yeah.
Like my sister told me something like that like not too long ago. Like she's just at Walmart and just something pretty similar to that. Like like light skins are trouble type deal. Cause we is.
Yeah, aren't you light skinned?
One of those.
Aren't you light skinned?
I guess it depends. Some would say yes, other would say no because I'm mixed, so I wouldn't be light skinned because it's its own thing.
No, man, you're trouble.
Nah.
He's like, I'm not a white tarnished light skin. I'm Mexican.
But the ghetto light skins, those are the ones like for real. You look out for the ghetto light skins. I'm way more scared of the ghetto light skins than the ghetto dark skins because they got something to prove.
It's weird that you said it was the guy because like when I go back to thinking about high school, like it was it was black girls who would probably hurt my feelings the most. Just like there's something apparently did not.
No, that's an entirely different dynamic. What you're talking about, though, he's just saying like someone that's like semi hitting on young girls, and what you're talking about is just girls being mean, and that's still the case today and forever will be. There's this meme that's been going around on the internet where it's an upward shot of like a football stadium, which is all black girls sitting in the stands. Like go up, you have to go up into the bleachers in the sand. They said you couldn't pay me to go in that bleachers. It's like, everyone's just gonna make fun of you and just talk about you. Like you couldn't pay me to walk past all these girls.
No, the dude, like every single time I would go to, like, if there was just something off about my outfit, I guess within their realm, like they will not just let it go. Let me put it that way.
Oh yeah, I used to always get told like, "Man, you're flooding. Why are you always flooding?"
I didn't know that people just didn't wear the same tennis shoes until they wore out.
Yeah,
I didn't know that everybody apparently just had at least 3 or 4 tennis shoes within rotation
that were all very nice.
Yes, like at most I might have in my life like 2 sets of tennis shoes at a given moment.
Yeah, I had to learn that in like 6th grade. Yeah,
yeah,
factual.
Yeah, it's always like when you're like really young too that you have to have like the nicer shoes because that's when you get made fun of the most.
Now there's so many other things you have to do. What do kids even get bullied for anymore?
Not being gay.
It's gotta
you
be
like pussy?
Ew.
You only got one pronoun. He. Where's your slash?
You ain't a him? Oh hell no.
Him? They? Fuck.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not in high school anymore. I just don't know if I
think he's saying it's nicer.
Is it nicer?
Yeah, because they don't make fun of you for anything.
I don't know. I'm not in high school or anything.
That's true. I mean, I really wouldn't know.
What'd you say? You said, what do people get made fun of for? I think, aren't you making the case that like, people aren't making fun of as much stuff? Like, my brother just graduated 2 years ago. He's fat as shit, and apparently no one made fun of him.
Damn.
So,
there was this one girl. There was this one girl named Natalie who, it's a miracle I'm even remembering her name. She's probably on the little bit past 400, and we would just refer to her as the Boulder, to the point to where even some of the teachers would refer to her as that too. Like it would just become commonplace to just refer to this morbidly obese woman as the Boulder.
Oh yeah. No,
I thought you said the border. Like she better not be Mexican.
No one's jumping on her.
No one's getting past.
No. We used to have a girl like that too. Her name was just Sheba.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she had like curly hair. And she had like a lot of freckles on her face. She was white, by the way. She was a white woman named Sheba, a white girl.
Yeah, because Sheba is that
sounds
Arab?
Jewish, right? Sounds
I don't know,
Jewy.
maybe.
Is that a Middle Eastern name, Sheba?
I don't know. I think she was white, but her name was Sheba, and pretty much like she had like a rolling backpack. Always would wear like kind of like like one of those polo shirts, but not all the way to where it like would show cleavage, but she was kind of like busted looking, so it was not like attractive.
Well,
really
you know, big titties can like get you a few more points.
That's true. She was trying, good for her. And then it was funny because like everybody made fun of her and like thought she was gross because she was like into incest porn.
Wait, why is she publicly admitting that?
Well, she was just weird. Like she was talking about like liking incest porn, but it was funny because honestly, she's kind of ahead of the curve.
But
she was before.
But how did this
time.
come up in conversation? Like, was this just she told one friend and then everybody else
knew? It's like, wait, someone likes incest porn? Like, she was talking about.
Okay, so she's not like just letting people know it's show and tell or anything.
No. She was just like a legend at school. That anything like weird that she did, everybody knew, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
She was like the local Christian. Like anytime
it was.
Dude, it was always so embarrassing when a girl would be a spaz.
Yeah.
Have you ever been so embarrassed for another person?
Yeah, I'm like, you don't have to go through this. You're a woman. You don't have to be weird.
When I was in 8th grade, I remember this moment, like just because it was just so gut wrenching. But there was this one girl who was a bit of a spaz. Her name was Carly, and not great looking. And for whatever, I think we were eating in class. It was like a
of course
class
you
party.
were.
No, it was a class party.
In the class.
It was a class party. Anyway, but she just kept burping in class. And I remember the first time she burped, like the teacher, because he was like kind of trying to be fun teacher. He just was like nice and like high fived her. And then a few minutes goes by, and then she burped again, and he just goes like, "Hey, once was funny. Now you're just being gross, right?" And he's just like in the middle of like in front of everybody. Like, damn, dude.
I would love to see him at
He got
home.
her
Like,
ass.
at home, like as a parent, like the baby cries, like, all right, now shut the fuck up. Okay, I swear.
You get one. Everyone gets one.
Damn.
Nah, if you were like if this was like a cute indie movie, like she does that, and then like you try to save her, like time out her burst with like some farts or something, so the heat goes on you.
Yeah, she wasn't attractive enough for being.
Well,
But it sounds like a good
killing it pussy wise either.
Yeah.
Oh, in
Also-
8th grade? No, in 8th grade I had options, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which teacher was gonna molest you first or something?
Ooh, there were some nice ones. My math teacher,
Yeah.
she was really pretty.
Okay. I was talking about the men teachers though.
You don't get men teachers that often in middle school.
That's true. If they are there, they're definitely child molesters.
There was this one gym teacher we did have.
Yeah.
There was
All of y'all had him?
Huh?
All of y'all had him?
Yeah, he was a strength and training teacher. But he was very effeminate.
All of them had him inside their ass.
He was very effeminate. And then one day he just brings up his wife, and like within unison you could hear half the glass like you're married to a woman? However, we did have the vice principal of that school did get caught with child pornography and hung himself in his jail cell. R.I.P. Mr. Baker.
He was trying to get to the status of going to Epstein's island.
Dude, it was so crazy because he didn't get caught until after I already left the school. I was in high school when it came out. But like I remember him. Like I was in his office a few times.
Yeah.
And
Just taking pictures of you.
Rubbing ice on his nipples.
Can you flex for me a little bit? Pass me that butter over there.
hey, how do you think I got out of ISS a few times?
Oh, that's what's up.
But anyway, it was so crazy when I heard this story because he got caught with child pornography on his work computer, where he works as a vice principal of a middle school. Like,
that's the motherboard, man. That's
Like
what do you think it would all be? He has the directory right in front of him.
so at a certain point, man, you gotta ball out for a Western Digital on Amazon, all right? Don't shit where you eat is all I'm trying to tell you.
This is why the unions need to do better, asking for more pay. I can't afford. It's like $80, man.
What?
The hard drive you talking about?
I remember another time that Sheba got made fun of too. She got like caught in band practice for having hentai on her PSP.
This girl was ahead of her time.
She really was.
That just makes it so much better on the PSP.
Because like it's not super difficult, but like that's like some boy shit right there.
Oh yeah, dude. She was definitely one of the
All
boys.
of that is bullshit. The PSP, the hentai, it's all bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's the hentai.
Do you
and
nominate
the
her
incest
as your replacement for the podcast?
No, that's Homecoming King right there.
Yeah, straight up. I would give her a crown, man. She deserves it. At the reunion, she definitely should have been crowned.
Oh yeah, you didn't go to your 10-year anniversary, did you?
No, it was during COVID.
It was.
I was like, fuck it.
Damn, that's when y'all could have gave her flowers.
Oh yeah, she deserves them. Don't get me wrong.
On
You
her
said
grave.
she was into incest porn. Are you saying incest meaning half or step brothers or real brothers?
You know what?
Because step brother, that's not incest porn.
I mean, it's trying to be incest porn.
Yeah,
It's
but
diet
not,
incest.
but it's not
It's-
really though. They're not
yeah.
related.
It's incest porn 0.
Man, you just really covering your base just in case you get a hot stepsister.
You're just like, it's not incest porn. I swear, it's not incest porn.
Hey, you get a hot stepsister tomorrow, and she gives you the green light. Will you go for it?
Why not? We not related. We not related. It's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air situation.
Wait, no, he was related to them.
No, remember he was with Nia Long, and then his mom and her dad got together at the end.
Oh, okay. Did not remember that.
It was the end of the show. Like, it was done. They was like, we trying to wrap this shit up. He's about to go do Wild Wild West. Like, we got to get the fuck out of here. Or Independence Day, whatever the fuck.
You think now he would consider a reboot?
What?
Fresh Prince?
They already did it.
Well, I guess they're doing that live
Yeah,
action.
He's doing the drama version.
Yeah, he's part of that. He's like a EP or something. So yeah, he's y'all do that.
Yeah.
Too busy trying to block guys from fucking my wife. I'm busy over here, Hollywood. It's a full-time job.
Full-time clock block.
World's worst goalie.
Hey, one slid by, man. He's still going Hall of Fame.
One that we know about.
That's true.
That is true.
And then did you see when they talked about it, when they were like doing their red table talk? She's like, because he was like, I'm going to get you back. And she's like, you already did.
There's the whole thing about like that maybe he was fucking Margot Robbie. Did y'all hear about that?
Mm-mm.
No.
That was kind of a thing I heard like at one point.
Yeah, what was the movie that they did together?
What's it called? I watched that movie.
Was it Concussion or something?
No,
Focus.
Focus.
Yeah, it was Focus.
Okay, yeah.
He's had some stinkers over the past decade. Like
Yeah.
even King Richard, like which is probably his best movie over the past few years, it still like was not a box office hit.
Well, that doesn't mean stinker though. If it's not a box office, most of the big Oscar-win movies don't make any money.
But that was his draw. Like even if you look at his box office winners, they're not great reviewed.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like most box office killers are bad movies. Like fucking Transformers, no one's considering that like a huge like critical success. Yeah. And like fucking
it's gonna be in the
Blue
Criterion
Jasmine
collection,
or whatever. No one's paying all their rent money to go see Blue Jasmine back in the day.
Let's take the kids to go see the new Woody Allen movie.
There's an occasion where art meets blockbuster.
Sure, but it's very rare, and those are the super smashes.
You take your
even Men in Black.
You take your Asian stepdaughter to go see the new Woody Allen movie.
Let me see if Men in Black got good reviews.
No, I don't think so. Actually,
I imagine at least toward the middle.
Also, it's a comedy too, so that's even harder.
Definitely.
I'm just gonna go with Rotten Tomatoes.
At best, you might get was it a Spider-Man movie, like No Way Home?
Nah,
or
damn,
something?
dude, 91%. They got
For the
good
first one?
for the first one.
Wow.
Critics,
Ooh. Yeah, critics.
You know, I liked the first one. It was good. I just didn't know it would be well reviewed.
what was the Spider-Man movie that everyone liked that had like the old Spider-Man come back?
Oh, No Way Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, did critics like that?
Yeah, it did.
And then that was a blockbuster, so that was one.
Yeah,
but it's also not a movie that critics love enough for it to be like an award.
No, but that was like
that's the thing too.
That was
talking about.
That movie was rare though, because that movie was like the one time where fan service was done right. Like that's the best way I can describe that film, because in most scenarios that film would be kind of like a hack thing where you're just doing a money grab, but for some reason they pulled it off.
All three of them just gaped their asses at the same time.
Oh, you know what was?
That's how they pointed each other to the meme.
Ooh, what? You're you, but I'm me.
Your ass looks like my ass, but my ass looks like your ass. And
like they don't have the same faces, but they have identical asses. Well, because I heard that like.
Remember when you're born, your parents would do like your handprints and footprints.
Yeah. Spread your cheeks.
They put that in the frame in the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause.
God, its back wall's blown
out. People are probably wondering what this is. Several days later.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a little break in the middle here.
Yeah. No, Malcolm's actually just in the bathroom right now. He's taking a gigantic shit.
I wish that was the case, but no. What had happened was I was fiending for a cigarette, went out for a smoke break, and all hell broke loose.
Brandon was fiending for something in his mouth.
Yeah, I have an oral fixation.
Yeah.
And this is why me and Mo are so good friends, because his dick is the size of a cigarette.
Yeah. It's more like a cigarillo because it's kind of tan.
And it's fruity flavored.
Yeah, it's fruity flavored. It's wine tipped. You can unroll it, take out the tobacco, and just fill it with weed.
Yeah, it was made in Turkey.
It's made in Turkey. There are SpongeBob T-shirts that you can get that are basically like bedazzled and have diamonds on it.
That is not licensed by Nickelodeon.
No,
by
it's
any
not.
means.
And he has very, very red eyes. Do you remember those T-shirts from like middle school?
Oh yeah, like the cartoon stoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like SpongeBob and like
That was the original DeviantArt. Was just like making your bootleg T-shirts of children's cartoons doing adult things.
Yeah.
Like remember the Looney Tune Thug T-shirts,
yeah.
where like Bugs Bunny was just like wearing a jersey. It wasn't like the Toon Squad jersey, but
no,
Space Jam. It was like he's wearing a damn Raptors jersey for some reason.
Yeah. It was funny because like he just did Space Jam and everyone's like, all right, yeah, Bugs Bunny's black now.
Well, he was voiced by Mel Blanc, and Mel Blanc was he was so Jewish that he just insisted on doing every Looney Tunes character.
Yeah,
like all right, you do a good Bugs, you do Daffy. Anyway, we're gonna bring somebody in for Porky. No, I can do Porky too. Nobody else is cashing a check on this voice session. All right.
He wanted all the residuals.
His tombstone. He leaned into it, man. You know what his tombstone says?
What?
It just says Mel Blanc. That's all, folks. That's his epithet on his tombstone.
Okay.
Yeah. So when me and Malcolm did this, it was IncestWars.
Okay.
So I think just you and me. I think this should be called IncestWars.
Okay.
Because you fuck your cousins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No other reason.
No other reason.
No other reason.
Because you also fuck your cousins.
If they were pretty enough. Fortunately, none of them are.
Okay.
You, on the other hand, you don't even need to see their face. You can just with a sheet over their head.
It's just their bodies are that fucking hot. They're like, damn.
Yeah, you're going by figure alone, man.
I can see everything but her face.
At first, when I was like freaking out because when I got home, just for the audience knows, because I didn't know that I'd fucked up on the recording. I just got home and realized that only the first half of the podcast had been recorded. And then the second half had been recorded also, but only with my voice. Like, that was some narcissism bullshit happening on a subconscious level on my part. Like, I was just going to go home and jerk off to just the sound of my voice. And meanwhile, you and Malcolm just sound like Peanuts adults, like adults from the fucking Peanuts cartoon in the background. I was about to just get, like, some... If you weren't free to do this... Yeah, Malcolm's not free right now, so it's just me and Mo for this one. But if you weren't free to do this, I was this close to just like going to Home Depot, get some podcasting day laborers. I was gonna be like, "You do podcasting," and they all just said like, "No, I do only roast battle and one-liners, sir."
Just pull up and they like have their like tool bags and
well, they're in the middle of an open mic, so that's why I had to wait.
Just pull up over to Hyena's open mic and be like, "Hey, tarayo." And you just got a couple of guys who are just like sitting under the stairs, just like smoking weed. Come out with a fucking cloud, just mics ready, and they're wearing the fucking like hat, just covered with sweat and dirt off in the back of your truck.
Instead of trabajo, I just exposure. Who wants exposure?
Who wants to get paid in nothing but exposure? Like not even for a couple of drinks.
Ooh, not even air conditioning.
Oh no.
Anyway, but speaking of hyenas comics, I told you Dalton has a new show. Dalton's back.
Don't prove.
Well, yeah, welcome back, Dalton.
Friend of the show? I'd say he's a friend of the show.
I'd say he's an acquaintance of the show.
Yeah, I guess that's probably more fair to say.
I probably haven't talked to him since even before he moved. I probably didn't talk to him for like a year before that.
Yeah.
Even before he went to, but he was on Twitter talking about he has money.
Sex.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was on
sex.
I saw his because when he posted he had a show, I honestly was like a little relieved because I thought he just killed himself. I was like, he must have just killed himself. Here, just give me a second. I'm gonna pull up his Twitter.
All right. I mean, I thought he just like disappeared. I really did think like maybe he was gonna like move back home or something like that.
Same. I thought he'd come back here.
Yeah.
But no, it was really funny because Dalton was always like a good joke writer.
Everybody like always knew him as sure.
Yeah. Because the only problem was because I remember we would do mics at. Did you ever do Abbey Underground?
A few times.
Okay, so do you remember it was shitty?
Yeah.
I remember...
it was just a bunch of, like, 35-year-olds trying to fuck... 35-year-olds who look like 28-year-olds trying to fuck 19-year-olds.
You're being way too generous. It looks like they were fucking 28-year-olds who look like 40-year-olds trying to fuck 15-year-olds, in my opinion. But I remember it was definitely not a men's bar. All right.
No.
I remember me and Ben would just like play at the pool table. But
then go hang out in the glory hole in the bathroom.
There was a glory hole in the bathroom, wasn't there?
Yeah, you just used to play telephone in there.
I told you, I got into comedy to make friends. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
But the only time I would have decent sets at Abbey, or the only time anybody would really have a decent set at Abbey was during. This is why I say it's not a men's bar, because it was the only bar that during a major game they wouldn't be playing the game.
Yeah.
And like every person who wasn't into sports would be in that bar at that point. And you could actually kind of ambush them with comedy and get a little bit of attention out of them. Because there would the problem was it was a standing only room. They maybe had like 5 tables with like 2 chairs each.
Yeah.
It was a dive bar nonetheless.
But no one wants to stand up to watch stand-up comedy.
Absolutely not. Anyway, but Dalton would go up at this mic, and since he's a one-liner guy, he kind of would live and die off of every single joke.
Yeah.
And they would just become only depressed at the fact that the ones that didn't work. Even though like you obviously like it's a numbers game because he's a one-liner guy. Ooh, I think maybe he deleted it. Let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. He just put up his Venmo and his Cash App. I owe a lot of people. I owe a lot of money to a lot of bad people. Help. That was it. And then he started a Patreon.
Okay. Well,
so guys, go check out the Corn Fed with Dalton Pruitt.
That's why he came back.
I'm happy for him, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad that he's been. Again, I was relieved to see he was still alive because I honestly thought like after everything that had happened with his breakdown that he might have just done the thing he was supposed to do this entire time he's been alive.
Join the Cool Kids Club.
But I'm one of the reasons I'm happy for him is because it's just countdown until he just shits on us.
Oh yeah,
like it is coming, and I'm kind of excited about it because we're gonna get a pop from it. All right,
yeah,
we're gonna get the Dalton bump coming pretty soon.
Oh man, these fucking guys trying to fucking do a podcast that I wish I thought the name of first.
Man, these guys, they steal the name to a show that I just steal the concept to all my shows for.
My show was basically that show, but
we at least had the class to have our own name. By the way, I also have money troubles. I'm not asking you for money though. Just subscribe. All right, we'll figure it out from there.
Pay us in clout.
Pay us in
or pay us in love and admiration.
Ethereum.
Yeah.
I also owe a lot of money to a lot of bad people.
Yeah.
Their names are Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just owe money to
the government.
To the government, yeah.
You shouldn't have gone to TCU, man.
Oh man,
that was a bad idea. You thought you were gonna get white pussy. Well, I guess you did get white pussy, but you thought you were gonna get TCU white pussy. You know how expensive that is?
About like $4,000 a year to try.
Just the attempt.
just to give it a shot.
It's like the coin pusher machine at the casinos.
Yeah.
You pay us $500 to try.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like it was crazy expensive at TCU. I mean, it wasn't even like the best frats that, in my opinion, like, that like you'd pay that much for. Like, honestly, it was like one of the most expensive frats was the well-known date rape frat. I'm not gonna say the name for like probably like I guess like liability reasons or whatever, but like
you can Google it.
Yeah, you can Google. But there was like a date rape frat where it was just the most expensive frat to join. It's like you're gonna pay that much money to have that kind of reputation.
How much does GHB cost, man? I like it that like they have like roofies at the front, like mints in a bowl.
That's called turn down service.
Instead of like when the girl comes over, instead of having it when they leave, they have it on their way into the bedroom.
Yeah.
The pillow.
Yeah. They're like, oh man, you guys made this place up so nice.
Ooh, there's a mint. Yeah, it's a mint. Why is it purple? Don't worry about it. I was trying to. Do your parents get into conspiracies at all? I don't think Arab.
Yeah.
Really, for Arab people?
Yeah.
Their number one conspiracy is
that 9/11's not real. Oh, 9/11. Oh yeah.
I guess that would make sense.
That didn't happen.
No, they would. I guess they would be the first one to be like, no, the U.S. government did 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100% the U.S. government did 9/11. You know what's strange is that a lot of old people are getting into conspiracies.
Well, it's because like YouTube and stuff now too,
and Facebook, they're very much on Facebook.
But you know, like my dad and stuff, like he's on YouTube Shorts and stuff a lot now too. And it's like even just like the basic ass like right wing people or like all like he's starting. Well, it's funny because like my dad like gets into like Matt Walsh videos sometimes and David Pakman. Like he'll like, but not, David Pakman's not conspiracy, but like he'll just like watch like random shit. He's getting like just shit from all over,
But which one does he like the most?
My dad doesn't really have opinions. Yeah, OAN, Opie and Anthony. My dad the other day, like he just will believe anything. He brought like a video over to me and be like, "Hey, did you see this? There was a flood in Jordan." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, it's from today." And then I go and like look at it, and the video is from like 2 months ago, and like 2, it's in South America.
My dad does that. He'll send me videos on TikTok of just like, remember when there was like floating bowls and plates in the sky?
Yeah.
And he would just send me those videos on TikTok all the time. My dad's on TikTok, and like I almost wish he would just be on.
He's Dancing Girl on TikTok.
I wish that he would be on Dancing Girl TikTok. I wish he'd just be watching fucking freshman college girls in their underwear in their bedroom.
Yeah,
but no, he's watching. That's like,
respectable.
He's watching literally like the Loch Ness Monster is real. He's teamed up with Bigfoot, and they've stolen the election for Joe Biden. All right.
Okay.
I think this is just because like people are broke, and it's gotten to the point where now even some boomers are broke.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you're a boomer and you're broke, you really fucked up. You had every opportunity to just pillage this country for money, and you still didn't make it. All right.
Yeah.
But it's just like because it used to be like when you
Charlie's taking out a PPP loan.
I took out a PPP loan.
Yeah.
And I have a small business. I didn't fuck over anybody.
He's like, I have a small PPP.
Hey, so I thought you could apply for it.
Yeah, that's like why I was like, oh shit, I'll get first in line. I have a small PPP.
Mo was just jealous because now he just realized he could have gotten money. But it's like the original thing to be like an old person. You like you go play golf, you go play bingo with the girls. But now it's like nobody has any money to do anything like that, so you just have to get in conspiracies.
Yeah, conspiracy.
It's like it's kind of random because the original conspiracy theorist wasn't just like your aunt or your grandpa like or your elderly parents. It was like usually it was typically like a slightly like older younger man like probably like 25 and up who just couldn't have sex. Like that was the original incel, was the conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
They were like, I can't figure out how to have sex, so let me just try to figure out who actually killed JFK.
Yeah,
that seems a little
gotta
less
channel the
complicated.
energy somewhere. Yeah.
My favorite one was the because when COVID deniers were going crazy, and the like not just the ones who would because there was like 2 types of COVID deniers. There are the ones that are like this doesn't exist at all, and then there are ones that were like this shouldn't be taken that seriously. And the ones that shouldn't be taken that seriously, they kind of won.
Yeah,
like
that's the world we live in now.
Specifically, like when Chris Christie survived COVID, that was
like,
the moment. Damn, everybody like that was the moment where like, is this really a problem?
They did like the George Lopez show. I got this.
No, that was like that was like the once Chris Christie made it out of COVID alive, that was their Exodia. They were like, we have all 5 pieces of the forbidden one here. If his fat
blue eyes, fat white trap man.
If his fat ass didn't get sent to the Shadow Realm, I think we're all okay, guys.
Oh yeah.
because he essentially ended COVID.
Yeah.
Like the moment he walked out of that hospital. And to be fair, he almost did die.
Do you say walked, or I said like
rolled?
Mini earthquakes.
He stormed out.
Yeah.
Stomped out.
He tornadoed out.
He fee-fi-foed foamed out of the hospital.
Yeah.
He did almost die though.
Yeah.
And the that was kind of, if you did pay attention to it, like listen, like he was a governor, he was a very popular governor, sold a lot of books, probably worth millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And very high up in government, like he probably had some pretty good care guys. And because of that, he was able to make it out alive.
Yeah.
You fat fucks who work retail, you're not making it, all right?
Yeah.
So
JC Penney customer service, I see you.
At least get one shot, all right? I'm not saying that.
No, do not do that.
What?
Don't get any shots.
I mean, I guess yeah.
They're gonna track you. Don't do that. Well, it's like, I don't know. Do I tell you that my mom said that if I got like any more shots, like she is gonna get mad at me.
You did get a lot of them.
Yeah, I got.
You got too many
shots. I got
shots.
27 shots. I was trying to commit suicide by taking.
You were trying to OD on COVID shots.
I was just trying to take enough to. I was trying to take as many as I could just to see, like, you know, what happened next. I wanted to see if I could grow a tail. I want to see how many it would take.
You wanted to see if you
I
lit up.
I have a little nubbin right now.
You wanted to see if you lit up from all the government trackers in your body.
Exactly.
Which is like they were already like, you're Muslim. We already had your ass, all right? Mm-hmm. We put it inside your halal or whatever the fuck you eat. Halal bread.
Halal bread.
Isn't that Jewish? I don't know if you guys
challah bread.
Yeah, challah bread.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Holocaust bread.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Jewish. That's definitely Jewish. You got to put it in the oven.
Toasted.
First, you got to take a little shower first, though.
Instead of Subway, it's just called Trainway. Eat fresh. That would be better if Hitler was a pedophile instead of genocidist.
Yeah.
So, you know that when I looked up a lot of, because I was a history major, like, so I did see a little bit of World War II and like the Holocaust.
Yeah.
You know that the Holocaust wasn't even Hitler's idea?
Oh, whose idea was it?
It was Himmler's.
So that sounds too close.
It's fair. I mean, I mean, getting rid of the Jews.
It sounds like Himmler is just like, oh man, everyone's gonna remember my name because of my decision to do this, and then everyone just like misheard, and they're like, oh yeah, it was Hitler, right?
Yeah, it's literally like a freakazoid versus the other guy. What was the other guy?
I don't even know. I don't really watch Freakazoid like that.
I thought there was like, wasn't there like a retarded Superman?
Oh, Bizarro.
Yeah, Bizarro, and there's Superman.
Yeah.
So there's Hitler, and then there's Himmler.
There's retarded Hitler.
There's retarded Hitler.
Retard Hitler, not again. I got you.
Maybe we should just become. I was trying to think like of ways we got to try to find a way to have a female audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and let me put it this way.
We talk about Gilmore Girls.
I said female audience, not a 40-something female audience.
Girls like Gilmore Girls
still.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but wouldn't it just be more close? If anything,
okay, Brandyn, what do you think girls?
They brought back Sex in the City.
What do you think girls like? What do girls like? Go.
I don't know, because I'm not doing push-ups for this show.
Okay. I mean, we're not gonna thirst trap the men.
Maybe I can just be a serial killer. I think they'd like that.
Yeah, we could just talk about your kills and make it like a.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be like interesting. Like you like were.
We'd be like Tuesdays with Stories and be like,
right.
I was on the road and I killed.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, well, did you do a show? Like, no, I saw a college woman and walking alone.
Did you ever see that show on Netflix? It was like Evan Peters about what's his name? Who's the guy who played like he was a serial killer?
Oh, where he played Jeffrey Dahmer.
He played Jeffrey Dahmer. Dude, I didn't know that Jeffrey Dahmer was gay.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
All his victims were like men,
gay black men,
Whoa. And one Asian boy. One.
Ooh.
That was funny because
it's kind of a little bit of a
I remember when I was a teenager
Mm-hmm.
and like I would actually be into like serial killer stories.
Yeah, you were a girl.
Yeah, I was basically a girl. But the thing is like
girl.
back in that era, you weren't a girl. You were a creepy guy if you did that.
Yeah.
Now it's just that you're on. You're literally the host of Call Her Daddy if you do that now.
Yeah, you're on the Apple Podcast app now. Well, it made me laugh because the cops came over in episode 1, and they're like, "Can we check in your room?" And it's
you watched the whole thing?
Yeah. Also, it's like, "Oh, can we go in your bedroom to to check some stuff out to see if we can find anything?"
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, you can't, man. There's some gay shit in there. It's just I don't know. You can't go there.
I got a lot of gay pornography. I got a lot of gay toys. I got a lot of gay food. I got a lot of gay TV.
Yeah, I have a lot of gay severed heads in my fridge.
I got a lot of gay socks. He's just saying everything's gay. I got a gay toothbrush.
All so fucking
shaped like
gay.
a dick.
Yeah. Because I have this vat of acid that I burn bodies in my bedroom, and yeah, it's really fucking gay.
Dude, why do they keep them? That is so. Fucking,
it's weird,
but it's not just weird. It's also like what a
unpractical.
Yeah, if you're trying not to get caught, man.
Well, do you think he really was trying to not get caught?
I mean, maybe you're right because he once they pinned him down there, he was like, "Yeah, you got me."
Yeah.
He's like, there's some amount of morals where he's like, you recognize this is wrong, but your urges, you're like, you don't care.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be reckless first. I mean, he was literally just like. Also, too, it's like
he seemed though more ashamed about doing gay sex than he did about killing them.
He's like, I'm gay, so this is what I have to have.
What if that was his confession? He's like, I've done terrible things. I've done awful things, and I hope God one day forgive him. He's like, you killed a lot of people. I understand why you would feel this. Like, no, I'm talking about actually having sex.
Like, no, yeah.
That part rocked.
Yeah.
Cutting their heads off.
God was proud of me. I was killing gay men.
Do you remember?
He was smiling upon me.
Do you remember at the end of the show, the landlord told all the people who still live there, saying like, "Hey, if you want to get out of your lease, we won't fee you if you do, and if you want to stay, we're gonna give you a 25% off of if you choose to stay."
Yeah.
Damn, if they had. You shouldn't be airing that today, okay? People will just be hoping that their neighbors are cooking and eating people in the next room just so they can get 25% off on their rent.
Yeah, they would not.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime I see a strange smell, anytime I smell something strange as I walk to my apartment, I'm like, that's just money in my pocket at this point.
Yeah, now it's just a Pakistani family. That's all it is.
My future girlfriend.
Yeah, hell yeah. I didn't know this either, but did you know that in India, they don't call it India, they call it Hindustan. That's actually real. That's not like a joke even.
Even the Indians say that?
They call it Hindustan.
I mean, you gotta show me a video clip of Mahdi saying it that way for me to believe you.
Well, it's it makes sense because they're all.
We call it gross.
Yeah,
that's what we call it here in America.
We call it PU.
We call it smelly.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about the fact that half the country has to shit in the street. I'm just talking about the spices they use to cook.
Yeah.
If anything, the shit smell probably is a good palate cleanser for all of the fucking curry in the air.
Well, the funny thing about also Brandon is Brandon has a very childlike diet.
You want to know something adventurous I did a few days ago?
Okay, what'd you do?
I
ate Dino Nuggies?
Dino Nuggies?
Yeah.
I had Kid Cuisine.
Kid Cuisine with the little mac and cheese and the penguin brownie.
And the burnt brownie. Make them put a brownie in the fucking microwave. That's a great idea, guys. Fuck, what was it? Oh, yeah. I grilled chicken.
Damn, that's a big step.
Shredded it.
Okay.
Over pasta.
Okay.
And then put cheese in it and mixed it. I basically made mac and cheese with shredded chicken.
All right, that's impressive. Ladies. There's no ladies that listen to this.
None.
Literally,
it was 100% male when you look at our demographics.
Yeah.
And as much... Listen, if we become that, that's fine. But I would like a few ladies... And I'm not trying to fuck ladies. I'm just trying to sell them makeup.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
trying to become beauty influencers.
I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do every sort of influence. Honestly, we should probably pivot to being a financial podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do the rich dad, poor dad.
Oh yeah.
Is he Chinese? What is he? He's some sort of
I
Asian,
think
right?
he's Japanese.
He's Japanese?
Yeah. He likes anime. Yeah, I didn't know. Like, I thought, like, when I was, like, little and I saw the book for the first time, I was like, or his dad's gay. Like, I really thought, like, he had two dads.
Rich. Oh, and one was rich and one was poor.
One was poor. And I'm like, but if they're together, like, why are they not, like, rich together? It didn't make sense.
This is my
because I didn't read the book.
This is my rich dad.
He's the top.
The Japanese one, and this is my rich dad is David Ramsey, all right? Yeah. And this is my poor dad, the Chinese guy.
The Chinese guy. He's
they're
the
in
bottom.
a secret. What if we just find out they're both in a secretly gay interracial relationship, and we just don't know about it
for years? That'd be awesome. That'd be really sweet and cute.
I mean, it'd be adorable for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should start going out with Graham Stephan.
Yeah.
I'll just start.
Try and make a podcast with him.
I was gonna make love with him. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's what we're gonna start calling gay sex probably in a few years. We're gonna do a podcast. We're gonna podcast together. We're gonna podcast together. We're gonna go podcast in the men's bathroom at Abbey Underground.
And you literally just texted your wife. You're like, "Yeah, Brandon's over. We're gonna podcast."
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's like, I know what that means.
I know what that means. I gotta bring home an AIDS test every damn Wednesday. We miss you, Malcolm.
The 3 ways are not the same when it's only 2.
I've been very unproductive. That's why we couldn't do a financial podcast.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, first off, you'd have to... You're good at math, so we could theoretically possibly do one.
Do you invest in anything? Do you invest in anything like at all? Do you do any?
I did.
Or you did at one? I know you got like money. Into like Bitcoin or something at one point.
No.
Oh no.
No.
What were you into?
I was just on Robinhood, just buying what I could.
Penny stocks or whatever.
Not penny stock. Like literally, I put in $25 and I just kept trying to grow it incrementally because they didn't have any fees on the trades.
Yeah.
So I bought whatever 1 trillionth of a Bitcoin.
Okay.
And
what's it worth now?
Not good.
Really?
I got in at the middle. I should have got out. It went up.
Yeah.
And I thought it would keep going up. It got all the way to almost 70,000. I should have gotten out around that time.
Yeah.
But I thought it would make it to 100.
Yeah.
But then it completely collapsed down to the 20,000s.
Yeah.
So now I'm stuck in there. But again, I only had $25 in the account.
So it's not a big loss.
And I think the most it ever got to was $60.
Yeah.
So I'm just just let it ride because I'm sure it's gonna at least come back to where I can at least break even on it.
Yeah. I mean, I have some good financial advice I think for the podcast.
You want
me to say it?
It's not financial advice.
Yeah,
it's a suggestion.
You should invest in getting podcast equipment and start one with your boys.
You're gonna get sued so hard.
It's the best way to spend your money. You're gonna make so much money.
Yeah, buy podcasting equipment and then wait 3 years to use it.
Wait 3 years to use it. Use an off-brand name of a podcast that you like.
This sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
You guys are mad at me because I started the Joe Rogan experience, but look at us now. Yeah, no, but I'm really unproductive. If I just had the average amount of a normal person's discipline. First off, this conversation wouldn't even be taking place. I'd just be getting my
We'd be in a mansion right now.
I don't know where you'd be, but I'd be getting my dick sucked in a mansion right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be getting my dick sucked in a penthouse.
Damn. And you guys would both be on mic doing the podcast.
Well, that's why I can afford such things. I'm multitasking.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That's how productive you are.
The most productive thing I've done this month is I started playing Pokemon again.
Okay.
For the first time in over 10 years for sure.
Yeah.
But I leveled up Magikarp into becoming Gyarados. That was a sense of accomplishment, man.
Okay.
That I don't know if you remember what that took, but it's a grind for sure. You have to be out. You have to be hustling.
Damn. Okay.
Because he's got no moves.
Yeah.
No stats whatsoever.
Yeah.
And he doesn't evolve until level 20 something.
So pretty much, It's like doing a podcast. You keep on doing. You keep
no,
on grinding.
Because I told
you're probably
you
never going to become a Gyarados, but maybe you might.
I did, but I did make him.
You did become a Gyarados.
He did become a Gyarados.
Okay.
And unlike a podcast, I actually felt good about that accomplishment. Yeah, I think that's the show.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.